Hi you guys, this is Sasha and welcome to my week 15 and 16 pregnancy update. I am so excited to be caught up. Today is Friday, June 17th, and this will be posted this week, so I'm so excited. Hopefully you were able to see my week 14 bump date. I'm sorry about the quality of the video. I was sick. You see, I was in bed. I was in pajamas, but I felt like it was so important to update you on everything that had been going on, so you didn't think that I just like fell out. And I really did not want to do 3 weeks of update. I could have, but I already am very long in my videos, and I just didn't want to put you through that. So I'm so excited. Just briefly, in case you didn't watch 14, I did have 2 ultrasounds on that day, on the 7th, my birthday. It was the baby's first ultrasound. We did not determine the gender at that time, which is a little disappointing. I was really hoping so because it was my birthday. But we did get to see him or her, nice, healthy. Everything was intact, right on like point. Maybe like 2 days behind, but no change in due date or any of that stuff. And I got a ultrasound also on my thyroid, and I'll get to that when I get to my physical. So jumping right in, this week, well, week 15, baby was the size of an apple, and week 16, baby is the size of an avocado. And currently on this Friday, I am 16 weeks and 1 day. So I don't know about how some of you guys feel, but this pregnancy is going so much faster than sorry, boob alert, than when I was pregnant with Shalaya. I just felt like that pregnancy was really drawn out. And come to think of it, I think I actually started recording my pregnancy vlogs about a year ago that time. So that's crazy. And some of you have been with me since that time. Some of you have come along, but you are all awesome, and I thank you for the journey. But anyway, before I get off on a tangent, let's get back to baby's development. So baby is the size of a avocado, and you can really start to feel kicks possibly in this week. I feel like I felt slight kicks the last 2 weeks, but nothing like on a cycle definitively. It's just every now and then I'll feel something. In week 15, I did feel like a hard pain on my left side. It lasted for a moment. It was almost like something in the inside just kind of slapped me, and then it went away. So that's the only thing that's going on in terms of baby. I did have a appointment, which I guess we can roll right into the physical. I did have an appointment, and the baby's heartbeat was 154. I am able to hear the heartbeat on my Doppler every single day for the last few weeks. I still am coming with the video. I know that some people are like, how to find the heartbeat earlier, but my video is going to be different, so you might choose not to watch it. It's about being able to tell the different sounds, because it's important to know, because some people get excited and it's not the baby's heartbeat. The baby's heartbeat will sound different, and then there's traces of your heartbeat, and then it's the placenta and arteries that are in your body. And so I really wanted to show the different sounds so that you can make sure that you can identify your baby's heartbeat. And sometimes it is behind something else, so you might hear a trace of your baby's heartbeat, but it's not the forefront sound. But that's all in a separate video. These are all coming, so I'm so excited about that. Other things physical wise, I have a whole list on my handy dandy phone. This is the same phone. I just took my case off because my case was dirty and I needed to clean it, and yeah, it was just about that time. But baby kicks, as I mentioned, I'm starting to feel them a little bit more in the week. Some days I'll feel them, some days I don't. I'm not worried about it. I didn't continuously feel Shalaya's kicks until I was after 20 weeks. So I'm not worried about that. I'm definitely experiencing fatigue. Just today, last night I slept probably 11, almost 12 hours, and then I took a 3-hour nap today, and a lot of it has to do with, sorry about that, the fact that I am extremely exhausted, and this baby is kicking my behind, and summer is really hot. We've had 95, 96 days, so it's just one of them situations. So other symptoms that are going on is my nauseousness has slowed down. And some of you were so kind and so sweet, and like lemon water and different things. Thank you so much, because I had nauseousness, but not to the point like I'm just puking. But knock on wood, I've not been puking this last week. I think after when I turned over in week 15, yeah, in week 15 heading into week 16 is when it's kind of really dissipated, and I'm just staying hydrated, like Gatorade, electrolytes, water, occasionally Coke. And that's really weird. Sometimes I know pop is not good when you're pregnant, but the Coke seems to settle my nauseousness. Like when I drink a lot of fluid, I don't know what it is. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that. Leave it below if you had. But I can, when it's really, really bad for days, I'll drink a Coke, and it was my husband's idea, and it like neutralizes everything. That's a good word. It's like a neutralizer. So when water is not cutting it, and I know I'm hydrated, the Coke just kind of like takes away the nauseousness off my stomach. I don't know. That's weird. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I am starting to experience headaches. The last few days have been really bad. I have to take the Tylenol extra strength, because like the headaches are making me lose focus, and I've been trying to edit my videos to get them all caught up to date, and I'm doing other things like within the sorority community service, and by the evening between like 8 and 11 o'clock, the headache is hitting me so bad that I just have to lay down. Like it's a straight up tension headache that feels like it's going to turn into migraines. And when I was going through puberty, I used to experience a lot of migraines, and I know you can get headaches when you are pregnant, so I'm not saying that it's something that I shouldn't experience. It's just different. So that's what's going on there. We're about to get a little into TMI, but I'm going to tell you about the results of my ultrasound. They did have to do it because of the 2 cases of strep throat. They wanted to check my thyroid, and my thyroid is enlarged. So my regular family physician is going to set an appointment up for me to have an ultrasound 2 months after I give birth. So like in January, so it's nothing to be concerned about. I had never heard of an enlarged thyroid during pregnancy, but they said that it's not uncommon for the thyroid to be enlarged and then go back down to a normal size after you get birth. So it's kind of like I feel really special, and it just proves that my hormones have always been out of whack for years and years before I ever gave birth. They didn't mention anything in the ultrasound about my fibroid, which is different, that I had inside the uterus last pregnancy. So I'm hoping that means it hasn't grown. It hasn't been anything that they have stated as a concern or anything to watch out for. So that's good news. Now, for the TMI. So I had another yeast infection, and I talked about that in the last video, but OMG, so I had some swelling around the labia, or the vaginal area at the entry, and like I said, TMI, so if you want to fast forward, that's okay. But I guess it was a result of the yeast infection, which again, I had never had that. So when I went to the doctor, I was highly concerned because I was just very agitated. But he was talking about the heat and just having to be very dry down there. And I know some women, they get excited because when they're pregnant, they don't wear any panty liners and stuff like that. They're just letting it breathe. Me, I can't do that because there's so much cervical mucus being pregnant. My discharge, or whatever discharge is coming out, whether it's normally just cervical mucus, this thing like that. And then, you know, when you sneeze, you sometimes pee a little bit, and when you laugh, you know, these are things that if you've ever been pregnant before, you experience. And if you haven't, you get to look forward to, because it's a real situation. But yeah, so I have to wear a liner, and now I just need to change it more frequently because I guess with this pregnancy I'm just more prone to yeast infections, and so the drier it is the better. I don't do any kind of powder down there. Never liked it as a kid. That's too old school for me. My mom tried to make me do it. I was like, no. So that's just me. So I just got to change it up a little bit more. And then I can also take probiotics again, which is awesome. I'm very excited about that because I wanted to take that because I felt depleted of my good bacteria in my body from having the 2 rounds of antibiotics to counteract the yeast infections and the strep throat. So I'm glad he didn't have a particular brand, so I'm using the same probiotics that I used last time. So again, I am super excited about that, and that's really the only thing that's going on as far as physical. As far as emotional, I'm so emotional this pregnancy, you guys. Like, it doesn't make any sense how much I cry. As I mentioned last video, I cried when we couldn't find out the gender. And then when I went to the doctor this past Wednesday during my week 15, we had our follow-up and we talked about the thyroid and I asked my questions. But I was really hoping he was going to let me schedule another ultrasound for like week 18 or 19. And he told me that I have to wait another 5 to 6 weeks. So I will be 21 or 22 weeks when we go for our next ultrasound to find out the gender. And I can't tell you why that bothered me. I can tell you that's not true. It bothered me hearing it. One is because I didn't want to hear it. And this is when like really truth comes out, because this is pregnancy after loss. I didn't want to hear it, but when I sat down and I got to the root of why I didn't want to hear it, I am always concerned that every moment of this pregnancy is precious. So what if something happens? I want to know what my child is. I want to have a name. My husband and I have names for both genders, and I want that baby to have just as much validity as Shalaya had to us. As soon as we knew her name, we addressed her by it. I talked to her every day. I included her. I named her directly when I prayed. It was a very big deal. And so to have to wait that long just frightens me, because I'm like, Lord, if something happens, you know, I'm just calling this child Sticky Bean or it bothers me on the maternal side. My husband and I really didn't see eye to eye. He's like, babe, calm down and all the rest of it. But I was like upset that whole entire day. Coupled with all the just tragedy that is going on in the world. And I know many people have talked about it. But I don't like crimes of violence. I never have. I have a physical disability. I've been discriminated because of my race, because of my gender. Just multiple different things have occurred in my life. And so I am for everyone. That's always been my nature. And to see the things that have been depicted and the comments that have been made about what happened in Orlando, both at the Pulse Club and with the little boy who was at the Disney Resort, and the judgment that is passed, really just upsets me, because there's not a thing that you can't find to judge a person for these days. Like, somebody will judge me for making these videos. I got the best moment of the week. Best moment of the week has nothing to do with baby. That's so bad. Getting this hair done. It is hot. These are mini twists. I know some of you guys aren't natural. These are not sister locks. Can't do it. Can't afford it. Can't do the maintenance. We don't have a lock stitching here. But one of my mentees, she helped me. And it's funny because we're both pregnant. So I'm trying to sit there, and I did the whole front and then she did the back, and it was just a hot mess, y'all. Don't try to do long projects with 2 pregnant people, because somebody got to get up, get something to drink, eat, go to the bathroom, take a break, back's hurting, have to walk. It was funny, but we got it done. I think it was over the course. She helped with the back on one day, but I did the front over the course of like 2 different days. So 3 days in total. I wasn't doing anything. That's what beanies are for. But it's super cute. I'll have it in for some weeks. Appointments, I don't have any until July 13th. That's my next doctor's appointment. So it is what it is. I'm just not going to stress over it. Hopefully God has got me and this baby, and then, you know, once I find out the gender, I'll be ready for the gender reveal and be so excited. If you got gender reveal ideas, please let me know. Like, I've been looking on Pinterest and everything else, having no clue how I want to do it. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. All right, so I don't have a lot of baby buys. I only have 4 items, but since we don't know the gender, I am looking at cute stuff that would be cute on a girl or a boy. And I like fashion. I know it doesn't really show from my videos, but I do like fashion, and I have a certain look that I know that I'm going for. And some people are like, oh, I wouldn't put that on a girl. Well, you should see what my mama used to put us in, and we was always cute, okay? So I just saw some buys. I went to Ross and TJ Maxx, which are right next to one another, and found some cute stuff. So I think this first one is from Ross. These are yellow. There we go. Cute little yellow socks. It is 6 pairs. They're 0 to 9 months, and it was on sale for $2.99. What a steal, because since I don't know what I'm doing, and if the gender is not a girl and ends up being a boy, then we'll be getting a whole new wardrobe pretty much. So I didn't want to go overboard purchasing things that cannot be utilized, and that's just silly. So I definitely wanted to go with stuff that could work for either gender and not break the bank. So pretty much everything's on clearance. These 2 items, oh, my next Ross item is, I told you that I am in love with books, and especially Christian-based book. We are a Christian-based family, and a lot of times they are not publicized. And so we have a lot of other books from our previous pregnancy, if you ever looked at any of those other vlogs. But we have like Dr. Seuss books and things like that, and like Brown Bear, all kind of fun stuff. But this book we saw for $2.99. To me, it's a little frayed, but you know, it goes with the territory. I can clean it up as best as possible. But it's the story of Jesus. And I love vivid colors and wonderful imagery. It's not the best, but it was $2.99, which I find that a lot of the Christian books are like that. It's simple read, and it highlights, if you look, let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. If you look, it highlights like keywords that you will see in the Bible. So like Bethlehem, what is space? Jesus, what are animals? So it gives you kind of like talking points if you ever been a narrator or read to little kids on things that you can answer, because they may not know what it is. So like space, that's the area, or having no space, that means you're closed in. You know, all kind of cute stuff, so it can expound and go with the learning. And of course, I'm a teacher, so it goes with the educator and me. And my last 2 buys came from TJ Maxx, and they were these cute onesies. I got them in 2 different sizes because I really liked them. And then when I saw like the pricing of it, it was absolutely wonderful. But I wish it would have been in reverse. So I got a 3 to 6. Oh, both of them are 3 to 6. No. It's a 0 to 3, and it's got 3 to 6. And this is a just 3 to 6. Okay. I had to get myself together. I thought I was about to go back and return it. So this is by this one's by Chickpea, and OMG, you guys, look at this. I want to kind of like show you all of them. So I'm gonna like try to flip them up. It's got gray. Then it's got like this teal color, which I really love and I want to incorporate in the nursery. Like, that's a little nursery spoiler. Then it's got kind of like this salmon-y color that might be coming out orange on the camera. And then it's kind of like that salmon-y and teal color again. It's just so cute. It was on sale for $8. 5 onesies for $8. If you're doing your math, unit price $1.60 for the unit for the onesies. Like, you can't beat that. That's awesome. And you can never have enough onesies, because I believe that I'm not really going to be going out in winter, but you can throw a onesie and have different pants in there, and they can throw up all over them bad boys if you have enough of them. And then the other one that I kind of wish was 0 to 3. because I feel like they're Christmas colors. But I would put this on a girl and put a red bow or a white bow on the. Alright, you guys, so that is it for this pregnancy bump date. I'm going to go ahead and show you my belly shot, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye. And so it's easier for me to take, and I don't have to worry about, especially with me having strep. Part of the problem was all those pills, trying to take them, it was hard. So my vitamin D